Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I always like to say thank you at the beginning of my videos because I mean it. I thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. I appreciate you, and I never want you to forget that I do. So even if you don't like it, I'm always going to say thank you. Suck it up, Buttercup. Today I want to talk about roommates. If you've ever seen episodes of one of those court shows like Judge Judy, you'll know that a lot of people, they don't get along with their roommates. Everybody's suing everybody else. Like, I moved in with this girl, and immediately she started bringing her sketchy boyfriend over, and they were doing weird things in the bedroom. I thought I heard some chanting. I thought they brought a goat in to be sacrificed to the Dark Lord or something like that. And it always ends up weird, it seems. People watching them shows are probably like, man, I hope I never have to have a roommate. That would just suck. But the thing is, they're not so bad most of the time. I mean, I had a roommate before I moved to Cambodia. I had a roommate for probably almost 15 years before I even moved here. 12 to 15, something like that. And he was a great guy. I have no complaints at all, man. We got along great. He generally stayed in his room playing video games and doing things on his computer, and I was out in the living room or my bedroom and playing my video games and doing my thing. I'm pretty sure everybody thought we were gay, but we were not. We just had a really good relationship. It was like the things he did didn't bother me. The things I did didn't bother him. It was just one of those things. Except maybe for when I would, you know how they have sleep talkers. I was a sleep masturbator. So, sometimes, yeah, maybe he'd catch me in the middle of the living room jerking off to the Golden Girls. But, he understood that was psychosomatic, so no problem. But no, he was a really good guy, man. We got along great. He was a lot younger than me. But here's the weird thing: is that he was the son of an ex-girlfriend. I had met him, of course, through his mother when we were dating. And when she broke that off, because obviously she did, because look at me, not an easy person to get along with. I can be kind of an asshole. I can be dismissive. I can be not affectionate. I don't have a lot of affection. I don't have that gene. I don't have that gene that makes me want to cuddle, hold hands, hug, or any of them other things that I think are weird. But when I decided to move into my own place, he was like, hey, can I move in with you? We'll split everything 50-50. And I was like, yes. We both had jobs. We both got paid every week. Everything went along great. Like I said, 12, 15 years. Not an issue. But what I do think is weird are these people who use social media like Facebook and Twitter trying to look up their exes from years and years and years ago. I'm sure you know what I mean. They try to stalk them online. They try to look up to see, what is my ex doing? To me, that's just crazy. Like, who cares what your ex is doing? You're an ex for a reason. And maybe the reason was legitimate, maybe it was not. But you're still an ex. You're still not in the loop. You're still not in the visionary frame of this person. They moved on. They're gone. They don't care about you anymore. Get over it. But there's a lot of people who just like to stalk their exes on Facebook. Before I moved to Cambodia, just a few weeks before, actually, I received a message from my ex-wife, but not from her directly. No. All of a sudden, I got one of those friend invites from somebody I didn't know. We had no mutual friends in common. You know how that goes. You got to check it out. You go look. And a lot of times it's just some person with a random photo they found online as their profile picture, and their background is nothing but a fucking beach or something. They have no information in their bio. It's just, those are a no. Those are a hard pass. But this one had all that information. She'd been on for a long time. She was married. She was from the same town I had grown up in. All her posts were legitimate. They weren't trying to sell you anything. They weren't trying to talk you into some multi-level marketing scam, which is another thing that's prevalent. Nothing like that. Just regular old, here's my food. Here's me and my husband doing things. Look at these pictures of my kids. Stuff nobody really cares about, but it's normal compared to most of the stuff you see on social media. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll accept it. I hit accept. And the next day, which I also appreciate because sometimes you do that. You hit the accept button on a friend request, and immediately, like 30 seconds later, they're private messaging you, They send you a private message. And, oh, God, that's annoying. It's like, oh, way, I don't know you. It's like, leave me alone. I just want to see what you're having for dinner. I don't really care about your personal stuff at this point. But she did that. But she waited until the next day. And then she said, you don't know me, which was true. But I'm really good friends with, I'm not going to say her name, but my first ex-wife. And she heard you were moving to Cambodia, and she wanted to say she thinks it's a good idea if you guys communicate, if you settle things, if there's anything to be settled from when you were together and when you broke up. And here's her phone number. She really wants you to call her. To which I replied, oh, okay. Thank you. I definitely will. And then I unfriended that woman. Of course, I'm not going to do that. That is fucking crazy. I don't care at this point. What happened, happened. And I'm going to tell you what happened. But that doesn't mean there has to necessarily be a conversation, forgiveness, or anything involved. I don't know why people always think that. Why does there have to be forgiveness involved in everything? I've done some people wrong. I know that. I've never gone up to them and say, will you forgive me for doing that? No, listen, it's done. I was wrong. I know I'm wrong. Nothing I can do about it now. Your forgiveness for something I did wrong means nothing. It doesn't mean because you can't undo it. And I feel the same way about this situation. Because my first wife I met in church. We did get married. And for the first year and a half, 2 years, everything was going fine. I had a job, actually. I was a salesman. I was a traveling salesman, if you can believe that. We would go to different cities and different states, and we would sell these photography packages. Because back then, remember, no cell phones, no internet, nothing like that. We offered a service where people could send us their rolls of film, actual film, in the mail. We would not only send them pictures from that roll of film back, but we would also include another free roll of film in the package we sent back. And we had different packages depending on if they wanted it unlimited or limited or, whatever. It was a commission job. We worked out of hotel rooms. People would come. This is a time when people would actually come to a hotel room to hear a sales pitch. They'd be sitting on one bed. I'd be sitting on another bed trying to talk them into buying this. And it was an all right job, I did all right. But a lot of temptations out there on the road, people. A lot of temptations. Every time we went to, we always, no matter who I was with, we always used to partner up with different people within the company. And you would share that hotel room with them from Thursday until Saturday. We would get into town. We would mail out these postcards to people who had since the last time we were in that town, our company was in that town, who had either just got married or just had a baby, because we knew that those were the two kinds of people who were going to take the most photographs and the most pictures. So that was our target audience. We would mail them out when we arrived on a Thursday, and there was a number on the bottom of the call, and they would call us, and we would set up the appointments, and they would just come in to the hotel room. And the guys, was that they would win a free gift, and it could be anything from a free 8x10 portrait of their favorite picture to a new car. One of those. Like, you want a free car, but you have to come here, you have to listen to the sales pitch, and then afterwards, whether you accept it or reject it, we'll scratch out the card, see what you won. Of course, the majority was just a 8x10. Send us the film you have of your favorite picture. We'll send you an 8x10. Now, it was legitimate. We did do that. And I had, in my time there, I have seen people win, like little diamond necklaces for the ladies and stuff, watches for the men. Occasionally that happened, but for the majority of the time, no. That wasn't going to happen. But still, they came in for the sales pitch, and our job was to sell them on buying this package. And like I said, I did all right. I did okay. But the fact that they were willing to come to a stranger's hotel room just for the chance of winning something, that says something, my friends. But anyway, that was the job I had, and we were out there every week. We were going to strip clubs every week. But here's the kicker. It's like eventually she was just like, I don't want you to do this anymore. I miss you. I don't want you to be away. So I had to find a career. I had to find something else. And eventually I joined the military. So I went to Fort Benning, Georgia. I graduated my boot camp and AIT and all that. My basic training, AIT, Advanced Individual Training. Graduated all that, and without seeing her for 3 months. But she came down for the ceremony, the graduation ceremony. Everything seemed to be fine. But then I got my duty assignment, which was Germany. Now that's where the thing came in, because she was like, I don't want to go to Germany. And I was like, not right now, or, ever. She was like, well, no, just not right now. I just don't. Right now is not the good time for me. I just don't feel like moving my life over overseas, and I understood that, and I was like, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll go over there because I have to now, right? I don't have a choice, and I'll work on getting us some off-post housing because they put you in barracks in the military until, if you're married or can get off-post housing, you can get an apartment, a house, whatever. I'll work on doing that. And she was like, okay, that sounds good. So we said our goodbyes. I love you too. And I went over to Germany, my first duty station. And I was doing all the things I was supposed to. I applied for all the off-post housing, but like everything else in the government, it takes a long time. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of jizz. Just jizz. And, but I knew it was close. It was about to happen. But 3 months after I got there, I got a phone call about 3 o'clock in the morning, Germany time. They knocked on my door and said, Private Royce, you got a phone call. Get your ass out here. Don't waste our time. We're trying to sleep out here. Which isn't true. We always have to have 2 people on duty at all times, 24 hours. That's for a different time. But so I went out there and I said hello, and it was her, and I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? And she was like, I have something to tell you. Okay, give it to me. And she was like, I'm pregnant. And the first few seconds in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be a father. I'm going to be a dad. Oh my God, now I need to upgrade my paperwork so I can get an apartment that has an extra, bedroom and everything. And, I'm kind of excited. But as I was thinking all that in my head, like it only took like a second to kind of roll that around. But the next words out of her mouth was, but it's not yours. Oh, boo. Oh, bummer. There we go. And I was like, and I did the whole thing like, what do you mean it's not mine? She goes, no, it's not yours. I'm sorry. And blah, blah, blah. But then I got thinking about the timing, and I'm like, okay, I've only been over here 3 months. She just found out. So that must mean either A, as soon as I left, she immediately found the first person in that fucking airport to have sex with. Like right away, like just looking around, go, you, come here, bathroom, now, let's go. Leave the condom, it doesn't matter. Or, it's been going on for a while behind my back, and that's probably why, I figured it out. That's why she didn't originally want to go with me. She had another thing going, and all that. Yeah. And I'll tell you the rest of the story later because this video is going long. But despite all that, she felt the need before I moved over here to try to reach out and go, oh, let's make amends. Let's just be friends again. Oh, fuck that. All right, well, there's another story from my past. You can laugh at me, you can laugh with me. Either way, it's okay because I accept it. I'm good with it. And that's going to do it for this one. Interesting? Probably not. Truthful? Absolutely. All right. I think I'll talk to you guys in the next one unless Sing Lai wants to say goodbye. Sing Lai wants to say goodbye. Nah. She's over there trying to sleep. I'm over here talking. She's annoyed with me. But I'm used to that, so that's all right. Anyway, be sure to check out all my links down below if you want to donate to an old man who has nothing else going for him. There's my PayPal address. A live show app is down below. They are great. They are awesome. I tell you about it all the time. Be sure to download it and check out your favorite new comedians on there. You're going to find one that you really think is funny, and you're going to thank me later. Also down below is my Twitter. Check me out on Twitter. I throw a joke or two up there every now and again, and sometimes they're actually funny. You never know what you're going to get. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for not sending me pictures of you masturbating. I appreciate it all. Don't pick your nose and eat your boogers in public. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.